Welcome back to GovCon Insights. I'm Steve Graff, and today we're going to get back into the GPO.gov site. I'm going to show you where to find the opportunities that you can bid on. I'm going to show you what those opportunities look like, how you can dig through the specs to make sure it's something that you can provide. And at the end of the video, I'm going to show you how to actually place a bid on one of those contracts. So let's start with the GPO.gov homepage. If you go up to Work with Us, come over to Vendors, and click on Contract Opportunities. This is an area that we're not going to look at a whole lot. I look at it maybe once every couple of weeks just to see if anything's changed. But these are both open term contracts and one-time bid solicitations that are in excess of $100,000. You'll see right now they've got, looks like 3 different ones in the system. They're typically really complex, very specific, and they also do not allow for subcontracting. So I wanted to show you that up front because it is there. There are some bigger contracts out there on GPO, but that's not typically what we're going to work with. So let's move on to the next one. Let's go to contractorconnection.gpo.gov. This is part of the GPO site that we'll play in an awful lot, and this is where I go in every day looking for new bid opportunities. The bid opportunities in this site are $100,000 and less, pretty easy to put together, and the bids themselves don't take more than a minute to submit and you're done. So in this page, we're going to go over here to Open Jobs, and it's going to show you what's currently available in the GPO site for bidding on in the sub $100,000 category. Right now, it looks like there's 19 different projects available to bid on. Let's look at the columns on each of these. First one is the jacket number. Now, GPO organizes all of their bid opportunities by what's called the jacket number. The second column is for revisions. You'll see this quite a bit where here's a couple of them, where they put these out for bid originally, then there was some sort of question or some sort of issue with the opportunity that needed to be changed on the GPO site. What they do in that case is they stop the bidding, they turn the bidding off for that opportunity, they edit or fix whatever needed to be fixed, and then they reissue it as either R1 or if it's R2. I've seen R3, R4 if they've had to change several things over time. You'll see here the office name. This is the region that has issued that particular jacket. Now here's a column that's really, really important. The quote due date. This is when your bid is absolutely drop dead, due to be submitted, and if you miss it by a second, you don't get to submit a bid because it's all automated in their system. So this particular one, premium felt pennants, the bids are due November 28th at 11 a.m., and these are all Eastern time zone times that you'll see on here. The date posted is when they actually put the opportunity up in the system. The product type, you can look at this if you like. Brings us to the next column, which is title. Gives you a brief description of what they're looking for. Here's premium felt pennants, an area map. Here's a New York trucker hat that this particular customer is wanting. The next column tells you the quantity that they're asking for. Now I'm going to give you a little caution on this. If you ever see 1 as the quantity, they're not really trying to buy one item. What they have is called a fixed quantity or a fixed price contract, which means they have a set budget and your bid will be how many total pieces you can give them for that dollar amount. In fact, let's open this one up and let's look at what we're talking about here. So this is a fixed price indefinite quantity contract. They have $16,655 to spend. They want to know how many of these premium felt pennants you can deliver to them by the deadline for that exact dollar amount. Ship delivery date. This is pretty important column too. You can look in here. This particular one on the felt pennants, their in-hands date is January 18th, 2024. Here's the next one is January 26th is when they want the final products delivered. So I'll look at the in-hands date, I'll look at this ship delivery date to see if it's something that I think I can handle, then I'll go into the bid. The last column is where you go to enter your quote. So I want to give you an idea. Let's go into this New York trucker hat because I want to look at one of these on the screen. Let's zoom in a little bit. So here's your jacket number, 428-053. The quotes are due by 10 a.m. on the 24th. So that tells you when your bid must be submitted. New York trucker hat, there's our title. They want 15,000 of these trucker hats. Now, we're not going to go through these clauses and terms yet. I'm going to do another video that goes into detail on those, but some of the things I wanted to show you here. Here's your deliver by date, February 15th, and then here's the description of the product. It's an adult, low profile, 6-panel, charcoal color, wool front, sweatband, curved bill, matching crown, etc. You can read that. Leather patch centered on the cap. Now this one here tells us, see attached for shape. Here's some more terms and specs, artwork, proof requirements. We'll get into that in another video. I wanted to show you the actual items on these. If you go to the very bottom, here's the attachment they're referring to. Let's open those up so you can get an idea of what they are. So here's what opens the trucker cap sample. I'm going to download that and open it. That's what they want. That's an exact picture of the item they want 15,000 of by February 15th. So that kind of gives you an idea. So let's go in now. Let me show you, as we close out this one, let me show you how to submit a bid. New York trucker hat, I'm going to click enter quote. Here's your screen. There's your jacket number. That's me. And I'm going to put my quote in here. Let's say they were $1 a piece. So I'm going to put $15,000. That tells me they were $1 each. If I'm going to do any discount terms, let's say it was 2% 20 if they pay me within 20 days. One of the clauses in there is the Made in America clause. And what it says on most of these GPO jobs is that it doesn't have to be made in America, but you have to tell them where it's coming from. These would be made in China. And I always like to put a little in-hands date confirmed just to let them know that yes, I can get those done by February 15th and everything's good. At this point, you click submit quote. It pulls up a screen that you review your bid, and then were I actually submitting this quote, I would click this blue button, and that officially submits my quote on this particular project, and I would be done at that point in time. Let's go back to open jobs. I want one more thing I want to show you here. Let's go to awarded jobs. This is where you can go back and see previous contracts that have been awarded. So let's go in and let's just look for hat and search. Here's the ultimate trucker hat. This is a similar one, 11,000 hats for the Puerto Rico Army National Guard. If you go into these awarded contracts, you come all the way over to the far right under abstract. This is the actual bids that were placed on this particular contract for 11,000 hats. Now you can tell by the dollar amount all being the same that this was a fixed price indefinite quantity contract because everybody has the same dollar amount. So the winning bid is the vendor that can provide the most hats on this particular contract. Look down here under the AWD column or award column, and you can see that Top Choice International Trading Corp at $1.83 a hat, they provided 11,127 trucker hats for that 20,363. So they won the bid. That tells me that if I'm going to bid on these hats, $1.83 won the last batch. So I need to be at least close or in that ballpark. So that's the awarded jobs. I told you we are going to keep it quick. That was pretty quick and painless. If you have any questions, put them down in the comment section below and we'll get to them. If you would, please like, subscribe, hit the notifications bell so it'll let you know when we pop out a new video. I'm going to try to keep all of these as short as I can so they're quick and easy to watch. If you've got a break at work or if you've just got a few minutes to spare, you can pick up some knowledge on these. Once again, thanks for watching, and I want you to go have the best day ever.